I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything.
Hey guys, so there is an updated press conference for Madeline Soto, and I have watched it, and here we go. It's not good.
Here is the sheriff. Let's listen.
So thank you for being here. We have some important developments in this case that we want to share with our community. I wish you were here to tell you that we found Madeline, but we have not found her. Detectives from the Kissimmee Police Department, and they had to tell her the very devastating news that although we have not found Madeline, we are now confident that she's dead. So our efforts will be focused on recovering Madeline. Dozens and dozens of specialized team members have been working nonstop and following up on every single lead and every shred of evidence. Experts have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. We believe she was already dead at the time, and that Stephen Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephen Stearns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephen Stearns returning to the complex, and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time. As a result of that, although the initial missing persons investigation started in Orange County, the Kissimmee Police Department will now be taking over the investigation and will become the lead agency. And of course, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, all of our support personnel will be available and will still be assisting in this investigation. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Holland from the Kissimmee Police Department. Chief.
Thank you for being here. As Sheriff Mina said, this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and there is a lot of additional information that we cannot release at this time. I do want to note that Stephen Stearns was transported from the Orange County Jail to the Osceola County Jail, where he is being held on capital sexual battery charges filed by the Kissimmee Police Detectives. Right now, our top priority is recovering Madeline. We are still appealing to our community for its help in this case. Please share of Stephen Stearns. He was last seen driving silver 2010 Z. The Florida tag is IYLL82 on Monday, February 26th between 1 and 2:30 p.m. in the area of State Road 192 and Old Hickory Tree Road, as well as Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road. During this time frame, it is believed that Stearns had a flat tire and might have been seen changing the tire in this area. If anyone saw this vehicle or noticed anything suspicious, we're asking that they call Crime Line. We will continue to work tirelessly with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and St. Cloud Police Departments to bring a resolution to this case and recover Maddie. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. We'll take some questions, but just remember, we're still in the middle of this investigation. There's a lot of things that we cannot reveal.
At this time, are there anything that Stearns spoke to anybody?
No, Stearns has not spoken to anyone.
Is there any possible specifics that you can give us as to what leads you to believe that she is definitive in the agencies?
The video evidence that we have.
Is it about just the position of her body, the way?
So we're not going to go into those exact details, but we have video evidence that leads us to believe that she's already dead.
Sheriff, there's been a lot of things that you just laid out here just now. This location in the afternoon, is there a belief, or are we trying to figure out, I know you're requesting video surveillance in that area. Are you trying to figure out whether she was still with this car at that time?
Yeah, so it could be helpful to us if people saw something. And obviously, we're searching many different areas. But if someone saw something in that area, we want to know about it.
Is that area you've already searched?
What's that?
Where this car supposedly had a flat, is that area you've already searched?
So we actually have people searching areas right now. So they've searched a bunch of different areas, and they're going to continue to search. So I don't want to go into specifics on exactly where. I don't want to miss something. One more time. So what I'll say is what I already said is that we believe he moved her body in those early morning hours, and all that is still under investigation. Yes, we're talking to the mother. Yes. So we're talking to the mother and all this. There's, to my knowledge, she's not a suspect in this case right now.
You had mentioned that he dropped some items in the dumpster. Did you recover those?
That's correct. So from the dumpster, we recovered her backpack and her school-issued laptop.
Sheriff, do we believe that I know that you're piecing things together with different portions of video. Is it the department's belief that she was killed at the house?
It's our belief that she was killed in Kissimmee and that he moved her body. And so that's why the Kissimmee Police Department is the lead investigators now.
As for messages that you said that Madeline might have sent about living in the woods in 2013, are you questioning whether those were actually sent by her rather than someone else?
Yeah, that's all part of the investigation, so we haven't determined that yet.
Have you been in touch with Madeline's family? How are they taking this?
Yeah, so obviously detectives have spoken to her mother, and as you can imagine, the reaction that any parent would have.
So this is transitioned from a disappearance investigation to a murder investigation headed up by the Kissimmee Police Department.
That is correct. It is transitioned to a homicide investigation, and the Kissimmee Police Department will be the lead agency in that investigation.
At this point, any new charges?
We're still investigating it.
I have a question for you, Chief, regarding new charges, because we noticed there's an additional charge for sex battery on a victim under the age of 12. Are you continuing to go through this phone and find more evidence?
The detectives are continuing the investigation, and as more evidence comes up, there may be more charges in the future.
Is it believed that Madeline was manipulating that department?
That's still all part of the investigation. I don't want to say right now.
What about the church footage that somebody mentioned that she was seen wearing she was seen at the church?
So yes, we reviewed that footage. It was very grainy. We weren't able to determine that was her, but like I said, we know that she was never dropped off at school that morning.
Are you assigning extra personnel to this case over the weekend? Are searches continuing?
That's correct. Searches are continuing as we speak. And so, like I said, we have people who are working nonstop. And so every lead that comes in, every piece of evidence that we receive, we're going to follow up on that. And if that leads us to a new search area, we'll be out all weekend.
Everybody good?
Have a great week.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Sheriff.
I'm going to put JBWFLA's link in the description, and I do have one more short video that I wanted to show you. Thank you, everybody watching on X. I really appreciate you.
Morning, I'm Danielle Knox. We do indeed start with breaking news here at this 9:30 half-hour mark.
So we want to get right out to Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie. She is live this morning from outside the Osceola County Jail. And Amanda, we know that there has been some maneuvering. What happened?
Of the Osceola County Jail as Stephen Stearns was transported from the Orange County Jail here to Osceola County. We were right here as he was taken out of the patrol car and brought inside to be processed. Then he was brought quickly back out. I was able to shout several questions to him about Maddie. At one point, he was shaking his head from left to right as if saying no, but did not want to look at us or acknowledge us or answer any of our questions. He was then driven to the back here where there is this fence, and he was brought to back. You can hear me shouting some of those questions in that video. Looked tired and he looked somewhat quiet. We do know that he has asked for an attorney in this case. He has not admitted to anything. He refused to go to the courtroom yesterday for his first appearance. It does remain to be seen if this is just a transfer of charges to Osceola County or if there could be new charges pending. That is something we're going to continue to check on throughout the day now that he is being booked here at the Osceola County Jail. Reporting live this morning, Amanda McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Amanda, if we could just chat with you for a few seconds, if you could give us a little bit of an update now. So if folks at home, if they've not been following closely, so the reason that he was in Osceola County initially is because he has a house in Kissimmee. Is that right? But they believe that Maddie disappeared from Orange County. That's why we're doing the back and forth.
Yes, absolutely. So his home with his girlfriend, who is the mother of Maddie, they live in Kissimmee. This is where alleged crimes occurred, according to evidence found on his cell phone depicting a sexual battery and possession of sexual child abuse material. Those are the charges he is currently facing. He has not been charged with the disappearance of Maddie at this time, but this has also reached into Orange County. That's where he was picked up and put into jail there. So that is why we are both having this case in Orange and Osceola County, but it does remain to be seen if there are any potential new charges, since this is a very active investigation. As far as what we know is he is not cooperating with investigators. Initially, he did hand over his cell phone to investigators and told them, I set it on a factory reset on February 26th, which is strange because that is the same day that Maddie was reported missing. But the detectives were able to comb through that phone and find that digital evidence and footprint, and were able to arrest him on those charges.
You know, Amanda, another question for you too, and for our viewers at home, the family. We got to speak with the mother a couple of days ago, and she expressed that she just wants, Maddie back home. She wants her safe, and you actually can see Stefan right in behind her in that video, kind of just watching it. We've actually interviewed some people that are not related to the case that talked about some of his behaviors. Can you kind of walk us through, just honestly that interview and also the family's kind of response to what's been going on? Because we haven't heard from them, right, since we've known that he's now in jail with these charges.
Well, we did reach out to the family after Stearns was arrested, and the aunt for Maddie did tell us that they are heartbroken and they're continuing to pray for her safe return. Now, in that interview with Jen, Maddie's mother, she is very upset, crying, just wanting her daughter to come home safely. And in the back far left corner, you can see Stephen Stearns, and it points throughout that interview. He sits down behind her, is seen fidgeting and cracking his knuckles, and we spoke with a behavior specialist who said that is concerning behavior in this case, and in her opinion, not attached to this investigation. She would be suggesting that detectives zero in on him as a suspect, and right now he is considered a prime suspect.
And very quickly, it was just so intriguing to see how close you were to him, and you were able to shout out those questions to him. And you talked about, as you were shouting those questions, he kind of shook his head back and forth as if to say no. What was he saying no to, and what kinds of questions were you able to ask him?
I was asking, where's Maddie? Where was she last seen? did you hurt her? What could have happened? What did happen in your home, which is what you're accused of doing with your phone, with this digital evidence? What was on your phone?
Yeah, Amanda, it's so many questions. I think that we're all struggling to figure out what happened. But one of the things that we know from that interview that the mother did with Hannah McKenzie is that she repeatedly said, we dropped her off. We took her to school. And then we know that they didn't actually drop her off at the school. Why is that? Do we know what the reason was that she wasn't dropped off at school?
Okay, I really just wanted y'all to watch the beginning because we already know the rest of it, right? They just told us on the press conference. I want to thank everybody for being here watching with me, and I want to thank you for watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, please hit that thumbs up for me. You can hit the thumbs down too. It's okay. It'll all work and get me in the algorithm. That's what got me is when she said we. Well, they said that she's not involved or anything. I don't know. I don't know why she would say we. I don't know. The mom's not involved at this point in time. Hi, Hank S. and on Facebook. How are you doing? Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all the press conference because the update wasn't very good and we really need to know what was going on because we've been following it since the beginning. However, I do thank law enforcement. They are doing an excellent job, in my opinion. True. Maybe sometimes they do go together, but this time he went alone. You're right, Chesta. It could be that. Just, habit saying we and then changed it to he. Oh my God, I love you, little pup. I'm just noticing it now. All right, guys, I will be live again 2.5 hours with this woman who stabbed her boyfriend 108 times and did not go to jail. I'll see you guys 4 o'clock Eastern time. Have a great day.